Hello, my name is Isabela Gonzalez, and I'm going to be presenting my core activity regarding cleaning agents. It was an experiment that I conducted alongside my teammates, Geraldine Cruz and Guadalupe Farina. So for our experimental design, we decided to run two experiments. The first one was to see the effectiveness of each detergent, and the second one was to test the environmental repercussions each detergent had. So for our initial hypothesis, we stated that all three detergents were going to be harmful to the environment, but the one that would be less harmful was going to be the biodegradable detergent. And on the other hand, the one that would be the most effective on removing the stains would be the non-biodegradable detergent. And that one would also be the one that would cause more harm to the environment. So the independent variables were the biodegradable laundry liquid detergent, the non-biodegradable powdered laundry detergents, and the laundry soap bar that we used. And the dependent variables for the first test was the effectiveness of each detergent, and for the second test was the growth impairment and wilting of the plants. So for methodology, for the first test, we used the three detergents that I previously shared, as well as a pair of socks for each detergent. So we stained the socks with the same amount of wine. We later used the same amount of detergent, the same amount of water, and we washed them for the same amount of time. For the second test, we used 3 plants per detergent. We basically took the same amount of detergent and the same amount of water, and we diluted the detergent in water. We later added the plants into a solution and then removed them. So for data collection, we used pictures and a flowchart. So the data analysis, our initial hypothesis wasn't wrong, it was actually partially correct. So from the experiment, we saw that the non-biodegradable powder detergent was the most effective on the removal of stains, which was something that we previously stated on our hypothesis. And we also discovered that the laundry soap bar isn't as good on removing stains. So for the second test, we discovered that the soap bar was less harmful to the plants than the biodegradable soap, and that the non-biodegradable powder detergent caused the most damage to the plants, which was something that we stated on our initial hypothesis as well. So safety standards are standards that are used to ensure safety of products, activities, and processes. They are very important because they ensure the overall health and well-being of each person. They allow us to know how to respond in the event of an emergency, and they also help us make choices that are in the best interest of our team. So the safety standards that we took into consideration was to not have direct skin contact with the chemicals. We also read the labels and made sure that the chemicals did not have any irritating or allergic fragrances. So for the first critical question, what are the ethical implications of using chemicals that may be harmful to the environment? So the first one is water waste. When you use a detergent, it later goes into your sewage, which later goes into rivers and then oceans, and it destroys the marine life. It also causes health harm to humans. Chemicals can cause cancer, reproductive disorders, as well as learning disabilities. They cause irreversible damage to our ecosystems. They basically affect the food chain, which causes biodiversity loss, and they also affect our future generations. What actions or protocols can be put in place when designing new chemicals that may be effective but harm the environment? I'd say to always put the environment as a priority no matter what, and make the chemical as less harmful as it could possibly be. To not use fragrances, as these ones have a lot of chemicals by themselves, and to reduce the prices, because a lot of the times the biodegradable products are way pricier than normal ones, and that's why a lot of people don't really buy them. Does the use of biodegradable detergents improve the quality of human life and the environment? When you use a detergent, the chemicals that are in that detergent will be absorbed by the air. So it is relatively safer for the air to absorb a chemical that is made out of natural materials. They also last longer. They their expir their expire dates are way longer than normal detergents. They're also hypoallergenic and mild in nature, which is beneficial to people that have sensitive skin, and they're environmental friendly. So doing this experiment really opened my eyes to something that I didn't give the importance that it deserves. People have been using cleaning agents for decades now, and it is no secret that they are very harmful to our environment. But even though we know that, we still use them on a daily basis, despite the repercussions they hold, not only for our flora and our fauna, but for our children, for our future grandchildren, for ourselves. So I am inviting you to choose to use a biodegradable detergent over a non-biodegradable detergent, or to make your own detergent with baking soda and vinegar, to stop using detergents that have fragrances, to stop using air fresheners, and to use less water when you do laundry. And that's it. Thank you.